Morning. How am I looking? Hello there, I'm Tim, and he's had a massive clash with the Formula 1 season, and this is How to Murder Feet. Big trip, Cornwall, Devon, Wednesday. Day 5, I think. I've had a terrible night's sleep. Mind if I sit down? It's the tent and the sleeping bag and the general wretchedness of it all. I'm looking at it not so much as a chance to have a good night's sleep as a chance just to lie down so that different muscles can complain for a bit. Takes the weight off the walking muscles for a bit while I toss and turn uncomfortably. I tried experimenting with a different layout of stuff in the tent, and now I can stretch my body full length, but there's no room side to side at all. Not much of an improvement, and I think I was on a slight slope as well. Still, the caravan site was alright. The camping site thing. It turns out it's this massive resort with like an entertainment complex. They had a swimming pool with a flume, a big water slide thing. They had the entertainment complex, which had the Atlantic Show Bar, which I thought, oh, okay, this would be good. Went in there expecting something somewhat Moulin Rouge-ish, and it turned out to be a giant dressed up as a rabbit nursery sing-along time. And I looked down at my clock and realised it was only like 7 o'clock. So my whole sense of time scale has been completely warped. And also the nursery rhymes did my head in quite badly. So they had another bar around the other side, which was a bit more sedate. I managed 1 pint of Guinness in there before the screaming kids got kicked out of the nursery rhymes showtime and into the family-orientated dining bar that I was sat in. So I thought, oh, screw this for a game of soldiers, and went to bed. And then spent the night uncomfortably. Girl in the fish and chip shop, yes, it had a fish and chip shop, said they were open till November, so there must be some quite die-hard caravanists making their way down there every now and then. They had a nicer, grocery store, but I wasn't open for another half an hour, and I thought, sod this, because I got quite an ambitious day planned today. If I can get to Barnstable by today, and the latest rain update says 6 o'clock in the evening it's going to hit, and that's lightly. Heavy rain tomorrow from about 6 in the morning through to about 10 though. If I can get to Barnstable, I'm going to B&B it up because it's the centre of a town and it's not going to be any good for ninja camping or campsites. And frankly, at this point, any excuse not to use that ruddy tent again. So yes, that's going to be about, well, there's a sign somewhere just over there saying about 9 miles to Braunton, it's another 5 beyond that. Braunton would have been my original stop. I'm going on to Barnstable, and then I've looked at all the maps and distances and things, and I think if I can get to Barnstable tonight, tomorrow I can put in a similar amount of overdo it mileage and get to Westwood Ho by the end of Friday. No, Thursday, into Thursday. Spend Thursday night in Westwood Ho, some B&B again probably. I'm done with camping really. And that means I can travel back Friday, I think, yeah. And then have an extra day of my holiday at home playing computer games, which would be nice. So, yeah, that'll give me my whole weekend free. And I don't see it as a problem or an imposition. I tell you, I was far more happy and comfortable this morning walking along that beach there. The coast path does actually go across the sand there, which is not great. But I was just enjoying that far more than attempting to sleep last night. So, I'd rather be walking than sleeping. So, I might just, if I don't find anywhere to sleep tonight, I might just keep going around the clock, try some insane 72-hour walkathon. So I've had half a bag of nuts for breakfast. I'm going to keep an eye out for a shop or another ice cream or something. That was lovely. I did manage to sunburn myself a little bit yesterday on my forearms. I had my hat on though, so as dorky as you think that looks, it does a valuable service. So I don't know what we're going to see for sun today. I mean, the sun hasn't actually technically risen just yet, and this is where I'm sat here. But I'll get the hat out again if it comes out, and I might just keep the sleeves rolled up a bit if I can. Although that makes everything a bit more hotter, sweaty-wise. But yeah, no, I don't need suntan lotion. I won't need that in bloody Devon in September. Yeah. Still, the alternative is tomorrow morning, as I'll find out, as you'll probably see me fully waterproofed up, trudging through the torrential rain along some B road. So that there is probably the last hill I have to cope with for the entire trip. It's all down onto Saunton Sands, Staunton, whatever, and then just follow the river estuary and old disused rail beds for the rest of it. down to Barnstable, across the bridge, down to Instow, across another bridge, back up round to Westwood Ho. Yeah, good times. Yeah. I mean, it's not that I particularly want the holiday to be over quicker. I just seem to be going faster than the itinerary said, or stopping less, whatever. And that's fine. It is the walking itself that I'm here to do. Although, you know, fantastic scenery. There's Lundy. Yeah. So with any luck, that's the last time I shall ever use that tent. I think when it comes around to my next trip, probably May sometime, or April, May, that kind of spring, I shall have a serious think about either just B&Bing the whole thing and taking a tiny bag, or just thinking sod it and get a two-man tent or something larger and not worry about the extra couple of kilos, because I could probably carry it. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, enough of that stupid one-man coffin tent for this trip, I think. B&B's all the way, because I'm worth it. I better crack on. Got a lot to do today. There we are, New Vista. That's Saunton Sands, a large area of dunes, some of which is MOD danger area, so what could possibly go wrong? So yeah, I'll basically come off this path down there at some point to those little load of beach huts. I go around the back of the dunes, not the shore line, and then down to the end. That rather wide river estuary is. This is a bit much for me to swim with like 19 kilos of rucksack, so I'll then have to go inland following this river. You can just sort of see it there, the Tor, something like that. TAW or Torridge, one of the two. And somewhere down there is Barnstable and a bridge. Then stay the night in Barnstable, cross over the bridge, go down another estuary which you can't see from here, come back up that one from a place called Instow, then round the end there's a big old golf course, and then just the other side is Westwood Ho. It should be tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, look at that glorious lack of geology and geography, topography, whichever. There's no hills, damn it. So I just need to come down off of here, and well, I won't say plain sailing, because I think the distance makes up for the elevation. So, but certainly less up and down wear and tear, which is good. Hurrah! Well, they say a golf course is a good walk spoiled. Is that Oscar Wilde? I don't know, whatever. Certainly spoiled my morning. I've had to dive out of the way of 2 groundskeeping tractors already so far today, and I've only seen 1 golfer on this entire leg of the trip. They've graciously allowed the South West Coast path to pass through the middle of their golf course. So yeah, it's my class prejudice starting to show. I don't know, each to their own. Golf, fine, yeah. Forced myself to stop and take a rest anyway, because well, you can see yonder hill over there. That's where I was last time I spoke to the camera, and I think I just did that bit in one go. See, my problem is that I have learnt to time my rest stops and drinks and stuff with the hills. You struggle up a hill, you sit around on a bench at the top for a bit, and now the hills have effectively stopped. I need to be a bit more proactive and hands-on about my own need to stop and rest and things. It's a weird lunar landscape, this. Well, I say lunar, it's totally not lunar at all. Dunescape, yes. And you can see why they build golf courses in places by the sea. I mean, you've already got bunkers, you just need to dig a hole. Pretty much the entire thing's a bunker. And yeah, the attraction of a sort of golfing seaside holiday. People of a certain age, I imagine. Not me. Never could get the hang of golf. I remember we had a very primitive golf course in our own garden. We had a house that happened to have a very large garden, long story. And so we ended up putting a whole load of putting greens on it. But I never got the hang of it. Pitch and putt, yeah, you know, go along, pay £5, go around a local town, but nah. I mean, the basic business of making a golf ball go where it needs to go, it takes a lot of practice that I've not done, clearly. And then there's just a lot of standing around. And sometimes they're picturesque places like this, but go hiking instead. So yeah, gonna have a good old gander at the map in a minute. We're sort of working our way down the Thornton Sands towards the river, across all these dunes. I don't know how far along, probably about a third of the way to the river estuary, river bend, something like that. 7 miles from Braunton it said, but that might have been about half a mile or a mile ago. So, and then from Braunton to Barnstable about another 5. So yeah, I don't know what the time is. The sun keeps coming in and going out and coming in, so the hat's back. Yeah, I tell you what, not quite as rested as having spent the night in a hotel. That tent will kill me, it really will. So yes, I mean, you know, I guess I'll be able to get the mileage done, but it's not quite as comfortable or easy going as it was after a hotel night. So I think there's a lesson there. Anyway, I'm going to sit around for a bit and then carry on. Wow, this is boring. It's been like this for the last 3 miles, I think. Doesn't show any sign of changing soon. But remarkably still working our way south down Staunton Sands and Warrens and things. I mean, you can see dunes over there. And protected wildlife habitat and military training area and all the rest of it. Presumably the sea's somewhere over the other side of all that. Can't even hear it here. And to be honest, I miss it. It's been my constant companion for this entire trip. Now I am wandering along something that could just as well be the New Forest. Or even the bridle ways of my own region, my own county. Not what I came here for. I mean, you know, it's flat, easy going, relatively, and you get a lot of mileage covered, but it's just not the same without the soaring vistas of the Bristol Channel on your right-hand side and the ever-present fear of slipping sideways off the path and plummeting 300 metres. This is, yeah, I mean, I may die of boredom along here, but you can barely see the hill I just came round on the horizon there. But, so yeah, I'm making good progress, but and there's not much in the way of shops and water and toilets and things till Braunton now, which is way back over there. I mean, we're going to go down here, probably the river up ahead somewhere, and then along a bit and then back up another couple of miles. So yeah, flat estuary country ahead. Tedium alert. So this is more spectacular. This is what we're after. So this is the river estuary thing, River Tor and or Torridge. So I think that all over there is Westward Ho, my destination. Of course, if you know there were a sane world, I'd have a ferry or a bridge and be done in about an hour and a half. Fortunately, I've got to go all the way down there somewhere for about a day, and then come all the way up the far bank, and then probably go down that one and come back up it again as well, just to get to there. So yeah, still a long way to go. But as you can see, quite a lot flatter than I'm used to. So I've had to get the MP3 player out because I'm just so bored at the moment of trudging along these country lanes and no view vista type stuff. It's clouded over quite nicely, that's good, means I'm not going to get burned anymore today, but of course weather comes with that later. I guess this is low tide. I could try wading across, but don't fancy my chances. And anyway, the path, you've got to follow the acorns, and the acorns say go out of this car park over that way somewhere. So that's what I'm going to do. Check me out, I'm living the dream. I am sat on the ground in a Tesco's supermarket car park eating sushi with chopsticks. This is Braunton. This is basically where I should have got by tonight. So, and it's still only 12:30. Well, my holiday's taken the change for the different. First substantial rain of the day. I think that was just a taster as well. It's only like about 1 o'clock or so. I was lied to. So here I am in my full spacesuit, waterproofs. Backpack's quite nifty too. It comes out with a sort of fold out orange waterproof bag thing that goes over the top of it all, so that's quite good. So I don't think I'm going to be too soaky. Looking forward to B&B tonight now. Screw camping, ninja or otherwise. Now I found a bridge to hide under, like a troll. So I'm going to wait here for a bit, go and sit, have a bit of a drink, get a breather. Well on schedule though. I think it's only about 1 o'clock, half one, and I'm probably only about 3 miles from Barnstable. So, and then I just need to secure lodgings. Trouble with all this clobber, get very hot very quickly. So I need to sort of slow myself down a bit or take more stops, or I'm going to have a massive heat stroke or something. I'm on the Tarka Trail, which joins the Southwest Coast Path at the moment, and it's mostly bicycles, to be honest. Me forlornly trudging along. So it'll be like this tomorrow mostly as well. Still, I'm not going to let it ruin the overall experience, just this particular part. So I'm just going to have a sit and think about it all a bit, cool down before I pick off again. In the weather, taking the hood down a bit, I can get the camera out now. So this is the Tor estuary, low tide I guess. Lots of beached boats up along the shore there. People living somewhere. Another romantic lifestyle. Not for me. So I think over in the yonder distance, let's try zooming. I think there's a bridge, which means that there is Barnstable. I'm making very good time actually. I think it's just the dim greyness of it all has made me decide to knuckle down and plod on, you know. I've been listening to a full-cast audio adaptation of Stephen Baxter's Voyage. It's very good. It's about an alternate history where Kennedy survived the assassination attempt and then challenged America to go to Mars next after going to the moon. And there's all sorts of heroic daring do and such. The alternate space program of the 70s and 80s. Good stuff. And it's really made the miles fly by as well. I hadn't really noticed. Had to check the map and stuff, see where I was. I'm about halfway between Braunton and Barnstable now. Is it Barnstable or Barnstable? Stable or Staple, one of the two. So I should probably fetch up there around 4 o'clock. It potentially gives me another 4 hours of marching ahead, but I think I might, you know, just stop and find a B&B. Done a lot of mileage today. I mean, there's nothing to be gained by pushing even further today because it just makes tomorrow slightly shorter, but it's the same. I'm not going to eliminate tomorrow entirely. I mean, to do that I'd have to basically push on all the way back along here to Westward Ho. I keep calling it Weston-super-Mare, which is an entirely different place, much further away. But yeah, so I don't see the benefit in really going crazy today, just to make tomorrow shorter. I might as well just balance the 2 days. Yeah, get kind of hot in all the waterproof gear. The thing is, you wear all this and the rain can't get through. Yay, dry, and then you sweat buckets because the sweat can't get out. Top one's Gore-Tex. So I don't know about the bottom part, but yeah, definitely look the part now. Anyway. Trouble is, it's all wet and horrible, so I don't want to sit down anywhere, so I'm just not stopping at all now, which is dangerous. I have to just try and slow down a bit if I'm going to keep walking. Anyway, on to a new town and hopefully a new hotel and or B&B, whatever I find first. Money no object, frankly. The weather does that to you. Besides, I saved so much money by sleeping in a hedge a couple of times this trip already. Right, onwards. Watcher, I've made it to a pub. It's an inn, a pub with a room at least. 36 quid, it'll do. God damn it, it's pouring with rain most of today, most of the way. It's about lunchtime it hit and didn't stop since. Give me a chance to test all my waterproof gear though, it's currently hanging up, drying in there. And I get the same again tomorrow when I look at the weather report. But I've been out on the town in Barnstable and stocked up with supplies and things ready for tomorrow, having a bit of a picnic here. M&S, of course. So I've been looking at the map. You can have a look at the map too if you like. There we go. So there is Barnstable. So tomorrow, I've decided to make a real push for it because I think I can shave one whole day off the whole expedition if I really go. So I did about 16 miles today, which is not too bad. Not my personal best. Personal best was 22, but my feet did suffer at the end of it. So at Barnstable, about here, and there's the bridge, and then it's dotted path all the way along. Very similar to dotted path we were all going along today. These are all disused railway lines. They've taken the track up and basically just put a pavement down instead. So every so often you'll come across a sort of arched stone bridge as you go you go under it on the trail. Lots of cyclists on there, all looking quite dejected in the rain. There's me trudging along with my big glowing bag. Let's see, so we've got to do basically all the way back along the river we came along today, which is I don't know, it was an interesting enough river, but I was a bit too depressed by the weather to warrant to pay much attention. There's all Saunton Sands, which we did all today, coming down here. Anyway, we're going back along here, along the coast, the other side from where we were earlier. Down here, now we've got a bit of a detour down. This is the Torridge, I think. This one, River Torridge, yep. So there's Instow, which I've marked on my map as the end of day 6, beginning of day 7. yeah. I think it's just. Is it day 6 tomorrow? Is it 5 today? I've lost track. I really have. Yeah, because day 5 was Woolacombe to Braunton. There, which I just powered on basically and didn't even start Woolacombe. So we'll be day 6 tomorrow, but I'm not going to stop in Instow. Charming as I'm sure it is, and we'll find out. Come down to the Bideford, where the bridge is, and then up from Bideford, all the way up the same goddamn river, around this golf course, and here is Westward Ho. Finish. And as you can see, if there was some sort of ferry or bridge, I could have saved at least a day, maybe 2. Still, there you go. Yeah, and that'll be the end of day 6. I'll probably find another pub or some similar kind of digs, because I'm done with camping, I really am. Had it with that tent. Yes. So find some sort of sleepover in Westward Ho, and then travel home on the Friday. It's Thursday tomorrow? It's Wednesday today, yes. So, and that'll be good. I shall be home and safe. And will have done it. To be honest, I've already gotten much further than I thought I would. I thought maybe if I really push I can make it to Ilfracombe, I can survive 2 or 3 days, but I don't see any problem managing a big long hard push tomorrow to get 18 miles and finish. Yeah, so that's good. So I'm going to have my little picnic lunch here and probably listen to a bit of radio on the phone while I've got some electricity. The room has got a telly, but I just don't watch telly. So yeah, there's a shower, non-suite and stuff, so I shall be availing myself of that again. Although I haven't got any fresh clothes to put on tomorrow, so oh well, you know, we have to forestall what we can. Nearly there. It's been, yeah, a mixed day. I mean, coming on Saunton Sands was nice, but then I haven't seen the sea since then, and that's kind of the whole point of the coastal path, isn't this river estuary stuff, and the weather as well. Just a grey old day, and I got so bored and fed up with it all that I just put my headphones on and started listening to audiobooks instead. So that's not a good sign really if you're having to distract yourself from the stuff you're hiking through. Probably going to be more of the same tomorrow. The weather looks like it'll sort itself out about 10, I think. So 10 or 11 lunchtime-ish it should stop raining and then get a bit breezier and lighter, which is good. Other customers, other residents. So hopefully I'll dry out around lunchtime and enjoy the last leg of my day. So yeah, see you then.